only us here. I'm just going to go and tag a couple of people for fun. We're going to see if we can find them, if Facebook will allow. Yay, it's playing along. It's playing along. Right. So there we go. We'll go and find. Oh no, it's not playing along. It's froze up. Anyway, James Nixon's there, so he'll do the tagging. Thank you very much, James. And there's Scott's Bonnet himself. So what we're here for is every Sunday we have a little get together and we usually have a couple of challenges and find out what Coran Sloss has been up to. This week, however, I didn't line up any challenges because I've been busy with something else. So we've got Coran.
Hello.
Hello, Coran. Sorry, dude, but I didn't line anything else up with us tonight.
No worries.
So what I'm going to do while we find out what you're up to is I'm also going to throw in the invite link. I hope, if it will work. It didn't go in there. Let's go and try over there again. The invite link, there we go. In case anybody wants to pop on and have a little chat with us. So there we go.
Okay. And before we get any further, I'd just like to quickly say thank you for these seeds to Stu Walker. Very great of you to give me ricotta seeds and others based on last week's discussion.
I was about to say they look like black seeds, so there must be ricottos.
Yep. We got olive ricottos in there, and also I could have sworn there was another pack of ricottos, but maybe I've misplaced them or something. But anyway, we do also have a bunch of other things, including white marugas, which I had never heard of before.
Nice one. And Stu sent you them too.
Came in white. Yep. Nice selection of seeds for me right there.
After I've words with him.
But yeah, it's the olive ricotta that I'm most excited for. Well, I look different, you say. Is it because I don't have goggles on my forehead?
I've just realised I don't have to read the comments out to you. You can see them.
Yep, I can see them. As long as I remember to click on the bit that says comments rather than the bit that says private chat.
Now, as long as I don't click on those comments, they move on their own. But the second I click on one to bring it up, they stop moving and then I get confused. It's a slight glitch that I've got with StreamYard.
Right.
So, it doesn't look like anybody's popping on the stream right now, although the link's being posted in. So, we know we can't go anywhere at the moment because of this lockdown. I was going to call it a stupid lockdown, but I can't call it that because it's quite sensible, really. Keep us all away.
Yeah. If anything, they should be doing more to keep us all away from each other, but what can we do?
Exactly. So, during the lockdown, although you couldn't travel anywhere or go anywhere, you've still managed to seek out something different that quite amazing to know that's out there, really.
So, well, there's two things I've got this week. Yeah, let's start with the hotter of the two. This I picked up just before lockdown, actually. This is Tropical Sun's Carolina Reaper sauce, which they were selling in my local supermarket.
See, now it's a brand that most won't know, but it came from a local supermarket, like you just said.
Yeah. So, Tropical Sun, not the most well-known of supermarket brands. Not all supermarkets will stock it, but I mean, one of my local ones is an Indian one that stocks a lot of sort of random Caribbean sauces and stuff. This is a Caribbean-style one, kind of a rival to Incona, this brand. You'll usually find them in the world foods section rather than the hot sauce section.
How much did that little bottle cost you?
£2.
£2. Read the ingredients on that bottle.
Yes, the ingredients on this are Carolina Reaper peppers 60%, water, sugar, sugar cane vinegar, salt, onion, limes, garlic, and then ascorbic acid and xanthan gum.
So 60% of that bottle is Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
And it's £2 a bottle.
Yeah. And I'm not going to taste this right now because then the other thing I've got will be completely blown out by it.
You wouldn't taste a thing after that.
Because I've had some of this earlier in the week and it is quite ridiculous. But the other one we've got is a fermented chili hot sauce from Rad Dude Sauces, or Rad Dude Food, or Rad Dude Sandwiches, depending on exactly which bit of their company you go to. This is a far milder one with cayenne and red habanero and tomato. And basically, it's their substitute for Tabasco for on their sandwiches. But it's got a little bit more going on with its garlic and ginger undertones and that tomato sweetness. And I reckon this would be really good with mozzarella and basil.
Where would we find that one?
So you can find them quite easily on Instagram at, one second, what do they say? Yeah, Rad Dude Food on Instagram or Rad Dude Sauce Co. on Facebook, apparently. I don't think they have a website right now. But basically, it's a sandwich shop trying to survive during lockdown by running their own sauce business.
There you
And
go.
also happens to be a friend of friend of the ex of one of the guys on my videos, so somebody I know in person as well.
That's another one of the success stories of this COVID stuff, because we know one bloke that had a catering business, and obviously he couldn't do events, and well, he changed into hot sauces and he carried on, and he beat it. He's managed to keep going.
That's how it goes. People are doing different things to try and survive, but they're getting by. And a lot of them seem to take it into our neck of the woods, which is nice. So I did also want to show off Wiltshire Chili Farm's Chipotle salt, because tonight's been a bit of a mess, and one of the things that's gone wrong is that turns out the taco shell, well, the tortillas I ordered for my taco shells were in fact pre-cut for making nachos with. So rather than a nice taco, I just ended up with a bunch of home-cooked nachos, and this improved them vastly. Gave them that nice, smoky, rich flavor to them. Because it's not just chipotle, it's chipotle and ancho and roasted garlic. So, great flavorful stuff, this salt. I just wanted to mention that. But now let's get to the Carolina Reaper, shall we?
Now, this is the one that I'm really, really interested in, because it's 60% Carolina Reaper, which means it's basically Reaper mash mixed with a few things just to keep it moving.
Yeah. And it does move all right. I'm not going to put any more on my spoon than that right now, though, because even that is going to be enough to make me hiccup. It's a little bit salty, but not overly so. You can tell there's some acid in it, but most of it's the freshness of the lime. And it is very, very Carolina Reaper. I'm not quite hiccuping yet. Oh, there we go.
I was going to say, the face just told us it was Carolina Reaper.
Yep.
That's definitely a food additive and not something that you just put onto food as a sauce. You'd put it into something to make something else.
Oh, absolutely. This is up there with some of the... I've paid something like £8 for Reaper sauces that are similar to this in the past. How they're getting away with charging $2 for it, I don't know.
There's a large quantity of Reaper in there.
Yeah.
That one's got us a little bit. If you want to
start experimenting with making your own sauces, you could easily use this instead of mash.
I can imagine you could, if you want to knock your own sauces out, you could buy a couple of bottles of that and then play it. Because it's basically, that's what that is. It's Reaper mash.
And it's going to cost you less than buying the mash until you get to in bulk.
I'm wondering if we're actually going to ever see anybody chug a bottle of that. It won't be you.
It's fairly thick, so it's going to be difficult. No, it won't be me. It says it's 60% Reaper, and it definitely feels like 60% Reaper.
Whereabouts did you get that from? Because I think we're going to have to go and see if we can find some of that.
So this was from, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's Continental is the common name for it. So it's one of these Indian supermarkets in my neck of the woods, but also I know the brand is in Morrison's. I don't know if this particular sauce is or not. But if you check various world food aisles, you will probably see at least some of Tropical Sun's range, and hope with this one.
I'll throw some money across in PayPal to you. Cover postage and a bottle of that. And you'll have to pick us one up because I'm quite curious about that.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's a large percentage of Reaper in there for £2 a bottle, and I'd like to know how we've managed to do that. Or...
It's for £2 a bottle. That is remarkable. And as supermarket sauces go, £2 is on the higher end price-wise. But as Reaper sauces go, that's nothing.
It's strange that they've managed to get that.
I mean, I paid like $1.50 for this Incona Reaper sauce. And do you know how much Reaper's in that?
About 3%?
Oh, no, less than that. The old version was about 3%. This is 5% Carolina Reaper mash. The Carolina Reaper mash itself is 8% chili.
Now that other bottle that you've just shown just doesn't make any sense to us. How the heck?
No.
How have they managed?
If that's $1.50 and this contains something absurd, this contains more than 60 times the pepper in it.
Yeah, something isn't adding up there. We're going to have a little experiment with that bottle. Nice find.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that one.
And it was in a supermarket, so you know what I mean? Just goes to show sometimes you don't have to go wandering all over the place to find something interesting. That's something that we need to have a little play with.
So yeah, there is a bit of xanthan gum in this one. Seeing somebody mentioning xanthan gum in the comments. But I've had cheaper sauces that are thickened with xanthan gum in the past. And 1 second, let me grab something from my shelf. Not this shelf, but the big shelf offside. Where have we got it? Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to eat a spoon of this right now, but I'm going to show you how it pours. This is Morrison's Ghost Pepper one. Not even a Reaper one, a Ghost Pepper one, but... if it's jellied, like, you can kind of jiggle that on the spoon. You can see it wobble. That is what happens when you put too much xanthan gum in something.
Just looks like ketchup.
Yeah. Well, it feels worse than ketchup, though. Because ketchup, at least, is partly jellied with the sugars. Wait, that's going the wrong way. There we go. Sorry, my hair's too long and my goggles aren't on my forehead because of my ongoing eye infection, so... struggling to keep my hair out my eyes. But yeah, I'm going to set that aside because I don't really want to eat any of that right now because the texture's kind of funny, and also I've had a fair bit of heat off that one, but mostly the texture's funny and I don't really like the texture. The taste for that one's just fine, but this one doesn't have that texture at all. So while it does contain some xanthan gum, it's clearly not overdone with it the way the Morrison's one is.
It can't be. It says it's 60% Reaper mash.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't take a lot of xanthan gum to do that gumminess. Xanthan gum, I mean, the tiniest smidge in a vat of sauce will have an effect. Yes, Tink would probably cure my eye infection, but it would probably also give me a whole load of other eye problems, Stu.
That's got to have been James.
No, that's Stu Walker.
Stu. Usually it's James that comes out with that type of comment.
Xanthan gum is great for when you've got a sauce that separates. If you've got a sauce that separates, you add a pinch, you shake it up, it'll stay nice and smooth. But if your sauce is just highly vinegar-based and watery, you don't thicken it with xanthan gum, because then it is just gummy.
There you go. Sauce science.
And this one, I think it's probably actually keeping the Reaper juice in the Reaper. I think that's what it's doing for this one.
That one, I still can't believe the percentage that states on that bottle. I need to have a look at that. It's
absurd. How
It's
they
like
managed to do that at that price, I do not know.
That's it. It's like somebody took Reaper mash, added a few little ingredients, and then managed to chuck it out at £2 a bottle.
Yeah.
Something smells.
So yeah, I'm wondering if, like the Ancona one, they're going to change the ingredients after a while to make it cheaper for them to produce. So
That could be a possibility.
all right, if you're not buying this right now, if you're buying this somewhere down the line, just have a look at the ingredients list and make sure it is still 60% Reaper.
No, there's a possibility it's could be going to be getting slowly lower.
Okay, people are still asking me what supermarkets. I'm going to have to see if I can find them online. Give me a second. Oh, this is TripAdvisor. Why are they on TripAdvisor? Is that even them? I don't know.
Fake link.
I have no idea if this is them. Let's see.
When you're in getting me my bottle, you'll have to ask them if they've got a business card.
Here we go. CC Continental is, I think, the one. They have branches in various places. Mostly they're for Indian groceries, but they have a hot sauce aisle which has a bunch of just random things, including this.
Had me looking there.
And yeah, you can find them in a few places around the country. I appear to have 3 local to me, according to Google Maps, which is a bit bizarre.
Well, that's all right. You got no excuse for not getting all of one for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I can grab your bottle, no worries.
Have you got anything else that you'd like to show us this week?
No, those were the 3 I brought for today.
It doesn't look like anybody else is going to join us for the evening, so we might as well clear
no
off
worries.
and
Yep.
free the stream for somebody else.
Yep. Hope you've enjoyed seeing this. Yeah, they're kind of like a World Foods shop. They're mostly Indian stuff, but you'll also get bits of what do I think? Yeah, bits of sort of Turkish and the like as well. They're quite fond of their halloumi.
Not tonight, he's not. He's probably on again tomorrow night.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, anyway. Yeah, if you can't find it there, do check the World Food sections, because various supermarkets do stock this brand. I've not seen this one there before in places like Morrison's, but I know it's relatively new, so it's quite possible they will in the near future.
Somebody is trying to get roped into challenges there. We like that idea. We like that a lot. Go on, Stu. Keep pushing. Family's
Yeah,
just
have a look in
turned up.
those shops then, Arena. You may well find it there.
They're all back from their walk with the dogs, so I suppose I best shoot off before I get beaten up. Your hands are freezing. Get off.
Yeah, I best let you get off then.
Nice one to see you again, Spice Freak.
Yep.
Coran Sloss. Check out his YouTube because he's got his own as well.
Yep,
I'm going to shoot off now because it's going to get noisy in here. See you later, dude. This is Luke Chilli-heads. That was me. And I'm gone. See you later, guys. Bye.